Yes, people. As you know, we have the legendary Claire Angel joining us tonight. You know what? This sister is just fire for real. Big shout out to everybody locking in and tuning in with yours truly, DJ Kat, the Kat-a-lyst, each and every time. Yes, sister. Hey. How you doing? You good, yeah?
Yeah. Can you see me and hear me?
Yeah, I can see you, hear you. All good, all good.
Great stuff.
Yeah, man.
One DJ Kat.
It's been time, man. It's been time. How are you, sis?
I'm all right, man. I need to definitely come up to the studio to come and see you one of the days, man. Fully.
Yeah, man. It's been time, man. I mean, the last time we physically seen each other was when you were with, Wayne Wonder on stage.
Yeah.
And I mean, let me just put it out there. You killed it. Let's put it out there. You killed it, right? You killed it, yeah? She's like, yeah.
Well, can't be blow your own trumpet in it, but thank you very much.
Yeah, man. My sister was down. She's from Glasgow, and she was like, "Who is that? Who is that sister right there?" She had to take a picture with you and everything. She was blown away.
Oh,
she was blown away. But you know what? Hey? Yeah, this is an interview about you, and I want to know, who is Claire Angel? How did this journey begin? Because it's been a mad one, yeah?
Yeah, it has, man. Well, basically, I stem out of the place of Birmingham, and from I've been a little girl, I've been able to sing. You know what I mean? Like, from I've been like 3 years old, I've been singing things like Whitney Houston, Patti LaBelle, Michael Jackson. Also, big up my daddy because he was a sound man. So,
yeah,
when I was young, I was privy to the sound system era and all of the music, the Dennis Browns, the Garnet Silks, the Beres Hammonds. Those are the music that I was brought up with. And my dad, he's got an amazing voice. He sounds a bit like Dennis Brown. So he used to be always singing around me. And I just used to always love to sing. And then when I got to about 18, I started taking it seriously and doing it like professionally. Singing in places in Birmingham, and then I started voicing songs with various people.
Yeah.
And then, I started getting shows and getting recognition and working with certain labels, and then here we are in 2022 with you, DJ Kat.
That is mad. It's been crazy because I've seen you do these different shows, and I've seen your progression. Like, I feel like I followed your journey, obviously not from the very beginning, but I followed your journey, and I feel like, yeah, man, she's killing it, and when you talk about your dad, then you talk about those different artists, you talk about Garnet Silk, Beres Hammond, Dennis Brown. What is it about those artists that inspired you?
I think that it's, obviously the times they're coming from, their movement, their music was a movement, it was a message, it was, a thing that was happening around them, what they were talking about. And those artists were great artists because they worked so hard, in Jamaica. If you couldn't sing a song there and then, next there was 1,000 other artists that, be in your place.
Yeah.
50 years listening to his music now, and it still has that profound effect on the world. Even little children know who Bob Marley is. So, it's a great thing to represent reggae music. So yeah, those artists have just made me a better artist because I actually studied them, studied their voices, studied their work rate, studied their songs. And that's really how you become a better artist, listening to the ones that came before you.
I hear that 100%. Where did this name Claire Angel come from? I need to know where that came from.
Well, you know what? You're probably the first person to ever ask me that question on an interview. But My name is actually my name. So my first name is
Yeah,
Claire, because my mum says when I was born I was white and clear. And then she just
yeah.
thought she just loved the name Angel. So it's actually my middle name. So my actual name on my birth paper is Claire Angel Bryan. So for those who didn't know that, this is my real name. That's why I'm not going to change
Um,
it.
yeah, man, I like that still. You know, the reason why I had to ask you is because there's so much power within a name. And I thought, you know what? I wonder if that is your real name, if you've changed it. Like, I needed to know the story behind it, innit? That's why I had to ask you.
Yep, yep. So yeah, it actually is my real name. My mum gave it me from birth.
For real. And so, you know, we talk about 2022, and I see that you're going to be doing a show with Tipper alongside Earl 16. Tell us about that. How did you guys link up?
Well, basically, it's a friend's show. Tyrone Melody from Sting Them. So obviously, he's having his annual party, and he decided that, you know what, he's gonna give me a strength, because obviously me and him are really really close, and he'd like to do a
Yeah.
show with Tipper, because you know Tipper Irie is a bad boy artist when it comes to the
Yeah.
DJ, and you know, and then
Yeah.
Earl 16 is a veteran as well. So that show is going to be an amazing show, because we're using the Big Bag Uppercut band. So it will be Claire Angel live with a band, guys. So if you've seen me with a PA and you like it, you need to come to this show. It's at the Legacy on the 25th of November. The tickets are now selling on Eventbrite, and they're going quite quickly. So I think that the show is going to be really, really good. I had a rehearsal
Yeah.
last week in London, and it was
Nice.
amazing. So yes, we got the Uppercut Band, and we got Tipper Irie, we got Earl 16, we got Sting Them family for having me. It's gonna be wicked.
Yeah. I hear that. And you know, let's speak about that then, because I know speaking with different artists, they say, well, you know, doing a live PA set to being on a live band. What's the difference? Is it difficult for you, or do you find it easy to adapt?
I like working with PAs, because obviously you can't get away from them, but the live band is the show. So when you're with a
Yeah.
band, you can actually give them a proper show where, you know, even if you make mistakes or you want to change your song or change your set, you can do that, because you and the band have practiced. So it's just a different atmosphere. Hearing somebody live with a band, it's just different from a PA. You
Mm.
know, everything's already there, but then you actually you can see the players of instruments. So I just think it's amazing. I love a band work over a PA any day, to be honest.
Yeah. I hear that. I hear that. Yeah, man, because even as a listener, you know, when you're in the audience, you can hear every single instrument, you can hear what's going on. Obviously, PA, like you said, you can't get away from it, but a band, definitely 100% better.
Yeah, man, definitely the experience, the atmosphere. You know, you can engage with your audience even more. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
hear
band is beautiful, man. Definitely.
that. And you know what, Claire Angel? Do you ever get nervous?
Not anymore. I get anxiety,
Okay.
like, yeah, I just want to go out there, but I don't get nervous anymore, because I think that because I plan what I'm doing and I know exactly what I'm doing, there's no real need to get nervous. But they say that if you don't get nervous, then you ain't a real artist. But I think yeah, it can be like that, but I just think
Yeah.
every artist is different. I've been doing it for so long. I've been taking stage for so long. It's something that I love to do anyway. So I don't really get like, oh my God, I got to go out on the stage. It can get overwhelming. Like when on X Factor, that was slightly a little bit overwhelming for about 5 seconds. And then once I knew
Okay.
where I needed to go and everything, I was fine. You know what I mean? So yeah, I
Yeah.
don't really get stage fright.
I hear that. I mean, you've done some big stages. I mean, you went on that big stage for Chronics and Coffee. I remember when that came out, that was just insane. But how did that feel for you as an artist?
It was nice to perform in such a vast, you know, audience, and I'd never performed in it was the NIA. I'd never performed in there before. So, you know, it's a
Yeah.
really nice place. And obviously it was really nice to be on a show, because the capacity was like 10,000 people plus Chronics and, you know, Coffee. You get me? They are
Yeah.
artists. They've done really well in the last couple of years. So it was actually on a big up Winston Mexican from Love Injection Sound, because he's the one that put that on, and 2 times now he's jarred for the Angel. So you have to be blessed when the promoters look and say, yeah, man, let me put Claire Angel on their show, because they know they're going to get a proper show.
Yeah, I hear that. And you know, you said there a proper show. What do you have to do? Because obviously, as a listener of music, as somebody that enjoys music, sometimes the artists make it seem so easy. But I know for a fact it's not easy, the work that you do as an artist. So let the listeners know, let me know, like, what is the preparation that you guys have to do?
So my preparation for when I'm like, all right, then, for example, I've got this Tip Irish show coming up. So I do vocal training and breathing exercises every day, anyway. But when I've got a show coming up, like 2 weeks before that, I start running, I start, doing a lot of vigorous training, because obviously when you've got a band and you have to do 6, 7 songs straight, you
Yeah,
need your fitness, you need your breathing, you need, your body and your voice is like an instrument. It has to be tuned. It can go off key. It can, anything can happen,
mm,
environmental factors, lack of sleep, you know what I mean? These things can affect your voice. So in order for you to be prepared for if anything happens like that, really exercising your voice, making sure you're eating right and stuff like that. Yeah. So now I'm on like a vigorous, I've got like a week to go for the show. So I'm on it, on it, on it every single day. Just like before you called me for this interview, I was doing a bit of vocal training so I can
okay.
train up. So that entails me singing some real, big ballads to train up my
Yeah,
voice. I can definitely deal with this show on the 25th.
yeah, man, I hear that. And
You see, artists think it's easy. It's not easy. If you're a lazy artist, it's going to be easy, but I definitely ain't a lazy artist. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Just wanted to say, people are saying that you blew the arena off that day. Rara is saying that also as well. People are saying that you are the best. That's nice, man.
Wow.
Big up the people.
Yeah, big up everybody in the life. Big up my beautiful sweetie pie, Rara Bonga Star. Big up yourself. I love her so much. She's such a connoisseur of reggae music. She loves it so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear that. I hear that. You
Everybody on the
know, you're such a versatile artist. I mean, you sing from reggae all the way up to pop, ballads. You do everything. But is there like I'm gonna say a preference of music, or do you just love music altogether?
I love music altogether, but obviously my preference is reggae. I love reggae music because I was brought up on it, and it's part of my culture. But I'll sing most music, because as a musician, as an artist, as a singer, you're supposed to be able to sing a lot of songs. Like when I first, excuse me, when I first started doing music, I never used to sing reggae at all. However,
Mm,
every single day I'm surrounded by reggae. I used to sing R&B songs and things like that to train my voice. And then obviously I discovered reggae, and then I was hooked. And then I discovered that I could DJ as well. And I was like, wow, let me try that out. You know what I mean? And then it just developed from there. So yeah, music is just universal. I'll do most music. It's not, I haven't really got a preference, but reggae music is what I represent.
yeah, I hear that. And one thing about you as well is that you just seem to take everything in your stride. You just seem to take it in and then kill it. But tell us about that because I know obviously you're an artist, but you also have a life that you have outside of artistry. So how do you balance that? How do you balance being an artist plus being Claire?
Mm, it does get hectic sometimes because obviously I've just had a baby. He's 15 months. I've got my big son as well. I've also
Yeah,
got my mum. I've got, my personal life to juggle. But I've got some beautiful people around me who, help make it happen. They help me out as part of my team. And, I've got very good childcare. So,
yeah,
I can be here and everywhere when I need to be, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it just works out. God makes it work out. Father God is the one where make the tight schedule can you can fit everything in and do everything, be a mom, be a singer, be a writer, be a this, be a that. You just have to like take some time out, do a little breathing and say
mhm,
woosa, yes, I'm here,
yeah,
I'm doing it. And when you love it, it doesn't really seem like,
mm,
but yeah. mm.
yeah. I hear that. I hear that. And with this business, this music business, what have been your challenges? Because it's not an easy road, but what have you kind of overcome? Because obviously you've overcome them to get to where you are now. But what have been your challenges?
I just think like we just need to, in the music business, support each other more. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Come together more. The promoters need to help out the artists more. The artists need to, help out the DJs more. And we just all need to come together and just, we're all on the same road. Nobody ain't bigger than nobody when it comes to the journey and you know, preserving reggae music. So we're all on the same level. I have faced struggles in the music, but sometimes, Kat, I don't even really like to talk about them because in everything that you're doing. You know them say if you're good, your nose have to run. So there's
Mm,
gonna be things, there's gonna be upsets, there's gonna be ups and downs, and especially for a woman in the
yeah,
industry, we seem to, go through a lot because obviously
yeah,
the gatekeepers of this music business, you will know, Kat, because you're a female and you would have gone through it as well. The gatekeepers of this business are mostly men. So,
yeah,
to balance that relationship, and you have to try and glean the respect from them also. And it's just about the way you move, the way you are, and
mm,
what you want about the music. So, yeah, we face struggles, but we try to concentrate on the positives of
yeah,
music and where it's going to bring us, you know what I mean? And without
yeah,
these things happening to me, I wouldn't be who I am today. So I give thanks for ups, I give thanks for downs, I give thanks for highlights, what comes with the road. I've been a reggae artist, being a reggae artist, a dancer artist, this is a rough road. And
yeah.
if you can't take it and you have no ducks back, well, remember me told you, you're not going to really last too long.
I hear that. I hear that 100%. And when it comes to stage shows now, it comes to performing or even being in the studio, what was that like memorable moment for you where you thought, you know what, I've made it or I'm making it now? What was that moment?
I wouldn't say if I've made it now, because I think that making it will be when I get a hit song in the charts, when I'm touring all over the world, where I'm on a billboard. Then say, yeah, man, you've made it. You can buy two house and
Okay.
up here and buy a
Yeah,
mother house, and everybody around you good. So that
yeah,
is when you make it. So I'm still on the journey of making it.
yeah.
Every day gets better and better. Sometimes
Mhm.
in music it dies down a bit, and then it just, it look like nothing now gone, and then God just bless you again, and then everything just start happening again, and then you're on the road again.
I hear that for real, 100%. And the reason why I ask you these questions as well is because there's a lot of young artists that want to get into this industry of music. And what would be your advice? What would kind of be your encouragement to them that want to get into this business?
I'd just say learn your artistry, whatever you're doing, even if it's being a lawyer, learn and study your thing, get to know the business side of the music, because a lot of us, we can go in the studio and voice a song and write a song and do all of these things, but then when it comes to, you know, dealing with the business side of the track, it's a different thing. And there's too many artists that have died broke, too many artists that have nothing when they pass away, and we don't want that. So any young artist coming up, just study the thing that you want to do. Try and surround yourself around positive people who are encouraging. It's not always going to be like that, because it's not everybody in my life that used to encourage my singing. Sometimes I used to go places and sing and they tell me to shut up and stop singing. You know what I mean? And you have to be able to glean that, to think, all right, then, I went on X Factor, I didn't get to the finals, and it kind of hurt me a bit, because I know that I did everything in my power that I could to get to the next top, to get to the next level. However, I realized that maybe X Factor wasn't for you. Maybe that's not where God wanted you to go. He wants you
Yeah,
to stay on the journey and do your thing. Don't make nobody deter you from what you want to do in life. You know what I mean? Just go for the goal. But all I can say is just study, study, study your thing. Whatever you're going into, make sure you know.
yeah, for real. Yeah, yeah, I hear that. I hear that for real. And with X Factor now, look at them now. I mean, you're killing it. You're going on stages. You're doing everything that you were meant to do. Like you said, your journey just wasn't for them. It just wasn't there. What you needed to do at that time. So what you were meant to do is what you're doing. So you are correct in that for real.
Yeah, definitely. I'm doing something
Yeah.
that I love as well. And it's not many people that are doing something that they love and making them a living out of it. So you have to give thanks.
100%. And with the music industry at the minute and the artists that you're hearing, is there anyone that's kind of catching your ear that you are listening to at this moment in time?
There's quite a few artists, but I would say most of these artists that I'm listening to at the moment are UK-based artists. So there's an artist called Shanty Force, Miss
Yeah,
Bandy, One Lord God, Delicious, Lady Danger. These artists have got some songs that are going in the place. To Sonia, there's so many artists. Ras Charmer. I listen to a lot of UK artists at the moment. I do listen to Jamaican artists, but I'm more of a vintage girl. So Like I'll just go back to listening to people like Jacob Miller, Dennis Brown, you know, when I need
Yeah.
some inspiration, some real inspiration. It's those tunes I listen to. But for now, right now, I'm listening to some really good UK artists who, you know, the promoters, you need to watch them because they're drawing crowd on their own recognizance and they're making waves and they're working hard, you know what I mean? So we got the
Yeah.
UK artists and we're going with them thing, you know, you got Raphelia, she's doing amazing, you know, with her vocals, and there's so many more that are doing their stuff. So yeah, I'm listening to UK artists right now and they're going in.
Yeah, man, I hear that for real. You know what? Sometimes you're right. Sometimes we kind of look abroad, look foreign, and we've got so much talent here in the UK. You know, sometimes we kind of ignore them and go straight abroad. But you are right, man. We've got some positive people, positive energy, and some of the artists are just killing it for real.
Definitely.
And you know, I want to talk about a tune called While I'm Alive. I need to know about this tune. Tell us about that tune there because it's a powerful tune, man. Tell us about it.
Well, me and Jack wrote the song, and basically we always know this concept about, you know, going to a lot of funerals and seeing a lot of people, and you know, seeing how people cry and people, you know, show their respects, and they buy flowers and they buy wreaths and they spend so much money to, you know, bury this person. But in life, you know, it's not like they didn't love the person, but they thought that they're going to see them tomorrow. So they don't really need to tell them today that, oh, I love you, I appreciate you, thank you. You know what I mean? They're buying flowers for a person who cannot really receive those flowers anymore because they've passed away. So in life,
Yeah,
I'm just telling everybody to just, if you've got any bridges to burn with, build with your friends or your family, if you've got anything to sort out that can be sorted out, that can be rectified, and you're just
yeah,
over there holding then and saying, me nah go over this, so go say nothing to them, you know, and they're saying the same thing over there, and then one of them passes away. Now you're gonna feel horrible. You're gonna think,
yeah,
oh my God, I didn't get to say what I needed to say. I loved you, and them things mess with your mental health. Them things hurt you. You understand?
yeah,
And then you have to live that for the rest of your life that you didn't get to say what you had to say. So, you know, love people now, rate them now, give people their flowers now, their acknowledgement now, their recognition now. I want a bunch of flowers that I can smell. You understand?
yeah.
I'm not going to be able to smell them bunch of flowers when I'm dead and gone. So
Mm.
we want flowers now. DJ Kat, you forget your flowers now. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Only
Yeah,
people alive, you forget them flowers now. Big up yourself, she that styles. We had an award ceremony the other day, and she is one of the baddest lock technicians in the UK. She won her category, and then I won my category, and we were just so happy and elated because, you know, it's somebody, a girl named Chantal from Birmingham, who's put together these awards, recognizing people from the UK from Birmingham anyway. You know,
yeah,
business, women, females that are doing some major things in the place, and it was an honor. You know, it's not a Grammy and it's not a mobile, but it's my Grammy and my mobile. And when
yeah,
I do Grammy and a mobile, I might just go on the stage with that same trophy and say, "This is my first Grammy and my first mobile that I got." You understand me? From people
yeah,
who didn't have to recognize me and they did so. Yeah, man, it's all
yeah.
good.
For real, 100%. Congratulations on that. Still, winning an award is a special moment, no matter who it's from. It's a special moment, especially when you're being acknowledged from somebody in your community. It's definitely a vibe. So people are saying that you've got your flowers, that they love you. They're sending you some positive energy, sis, for real.
Thank you guys. Love you guys, man. Thank you for the support. Trust me, it's much appreciated.
100%. And you know, speaking of music now, what have you been getting up to in the booth? What have you been recording? You know, people always want to know if there's an album, is there EP? Tell us all that great stuff.
All right, so I have a new EP called Many Moves of Clear Angel, and that's available on all downloadable websites. I also have a mixtape DJ Cat called Claire Angel Meets the Big Bad King Jammies, and that's
Gee.
just a selection of King Jammies rhythms. And I've got some singles coming out. I've also got a new single that will be dropping soon from Buzz Rap Records, which is Bucky Joe from London. Because you know I've
Okay.
done a lot of stuff with him before. And we have some new material coming out. I am actually going to be working on my album for 2023. But right now I want to start sorting out putting on a Fair Angel show.
Yeah.
So people can see in concert and stuff like that. And we're going to take a trip to Jamaica soon as well because we've got a lot of links down there. We need to make some connections. So there's
Yeah.
a lot of things going on for 2023. I have some shows coming up. So my first show coming up is live in the arena, which is the 25th of November with Tipper Ivy, L16, myself. And then on the second, we have a show. It's called Algorithms, and that is going to be somewhere in Birmingham. And then
Yeah.
on the 18th of December, we have a mad show called Virtue Soft, and it's going to be held in London, and it's going to be Lisa Hyper. You got Queenie Lady Gangster on it. You got Lisa Mercedes. You got Delicious. You got Lady Danger, and you got CC Foster. So say guys, that's an all female show. That's gonna
Yeah.
be wicked because every female on that comes with a different energy. So you don't know. Big up that show there on the 18th of December. It's at the Palm Beach nightclub in London. That's gonna be wicked.
Nice. Yeah, man, you've got a busy schedule still. I'm sure you're going to keep on vibing, keep on bringing the energy. And you know what, sis? I can't have Claire Angel on here and not ask you to sing a little something. Would you be up for that?
Yeah, cool.
When you're
Right.
ready.
How could I be ungrateful after all the things Kat has done? Cha-cha, ain't gonna break my promise to djkat. Ain't gonna break my promise to you. Ain't gonna break my promise to cha-cha, yeah. Ain't gonna break, ain't gonna break, ain't gonna break. Break me in life while I'm alive. Nobody waiting me dead to say me have a vibe. Yeah, me see it all a while. Give me my flowers right now, nobody hide. Break me in life while we're alive. Nobody waiting we dead to say we have a vibe. Yeah, me see it all a while. Give me my flowers right now and make me smile.
Gee, it's Claire Angel again. Yeah, man. Claire, you know what? You'd always bring a vibe, always bring an energy. And you know what? I'm behind you 100%. Anything you want me to put on the radio, just tell me and I'll put that on the radio. Just keep doing your thing, sis. And I'm so proud that you've reached the level you are. And I'm sure you're going to get that billboard one day. I'm sure of it.
Thank you, Kat, and definitely, man, we need to come and see you and big up yourself because it's been many, many years you've been playing Claire Angel and endorsing Claire Angel. And big up yourself, Kat's Music Promotions. She's telling me to promote the show. We have a big show as well, March the 25th next year. It's called Legends of Legends. And it's going to have the Dennis Bubbles and the Winston Reedies, and it's going to be one of them shows. So I am like an opening support act for it. So big up Legends of Legends, 25th of March. But yes, Kat, thank you so much for having me. Big up yourself, big up all of the bad artists and want to do them thing, big up all of the DJs. If you ain't got a Claire Angel, you better go download it. And let me tell the people that go buy a song because when you go to the shop, because you want your breath smell good, you buy one chewing gum. The £1, sometimes it's under £1. You want to go out there and go buy a Clear Angel song for 79 pence or 89 pence or £1. And they go do it because obviously that's what helps us to get into the charts. So
Yeah. Yeah, man. And is there any final thoughts, Claire, that you want to say to the listeners, to the people out there before we do go? Any final statement out there?
Just live, love, and be good. You understand?
Yeah.
And it's all about it. That is all. He who knows not love knows not Jah, because Jah is love. And that's all I gotta say.
Hey, you know what, sis? It's been a blessing speaking with you. And just go and smash those shows, man, because I know you're going to do it for real. It's going to be a blessing for real. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you so much, Kat. Love you lots and keep blazing the fire.
Of course, of course. We'll speak again soon, yeah?
All right. Bless up, Queen.